Hey, BCom students, I'm going to try to be quick about this. It seems like everybody is having a hard time this semester understanding all the videos that I've done, and I thought I'd try to over communicate, and we're just not clicking, some of you guys. So let me make sure that you understand. I'm going to make two videos. This one's about your presentation. Now, when you do your presentation, you are going to do it. The only thing you're going to do as a group is you're going to have the conversation of who's going to do what from the chapter. And we need to have some kind of universal background or template. For PowerPoint would just be the easiest, but you can do whatever you want if you want to do a Prezi or whatever. Now, you need to look at the schedule because it says for group number 1, and if you don't know how to find your groups, there's a group list, all right? And there's usually 4 people in a group. Here's Jamie Anderson. She's the first person listed in the group. So Jamie's going to be the person who's called the group communicator. What happens if, I don't know, hopefully Jamie hasn't dropped. What happens if the group communicator drops and they're no longer in the class? Don't use that as an excuse not to do anything. Guess what? Heather Bradley then becomes the communicator for the group. But you don't have to wait for somebody to contact you. If you were in group number 1, it would be wise for you to send an email out to everybody and say, hey guys, what are we going to be doing for the week of the 18th to the 25th? Because that's when our presentation is due. Well, again, if you look at group number 1, you slide over here and it says topic. Guess what? You're going to do chapter 1. All the groups have corresponding to their number. They're doing the corresponding chapter, except group 8. They have to do chapter 14. At this point, I don't really care what chapter you do, group 8. You can do whatever chapter you want. You can do chapter 8 if you want. I don't care. But the only thing that you're doing as a group for your presentation is deciding who's going to do what. So as an example, group 1 says, hey, there's 20 pages in chapter 1. So I'm the communicator, and I'm going to say that we're going to do it alphabetically. I'm going to take the first 5. You're going to take the next 5 pages. You're going to take the next 5 pages. And the last person is going to take the last 5 pages of the chapter. And they're going to pick 3 or 4 or 5 different things they want to talk about in those pages. And then they're going to do their PowerPoint and their presentation using those pages from chapter 1 or whatever the corresponding chapter is that your group is doing, and knock it out. So just to make sure that you understand, you're also going to be using, let's go to the presentation instructions, Screencast-O-Matic, the same program I'm using now to do your presentation. Now, Screencast-O-Matic, when you download it, or you can use it just over the web, if I were you, I'd download it. It'll run faster and be less buggy. You can then save your presentation to YouTube. And then you can just give me the link in this presentation video post here link. So you're going to click here, and then you're going to go, hey, I have to write a submission because I'm going to paste the link from YouTube right here, so Professor Park doesn't have to download 60 individual presentation videos, because that'll take 5 minutes each. I'll be here for the rest of my life. So please just give me the link. And you don't have to turn it in together. It's all individual. You don't have to set up a time to do the presentation, because this is not anything that you're going to do in front of me. You're going to record it using Screencast-O-Matic, and you're going to take that recording and you're going to submit it to me with a link so I can click on it, and then I can give you some feedback. Why is this important? I'm going to tell you what. If you can't do a simple presentation without freezing up and using a bunch of ums and ahs, God help you in your business endeavors. It's something you're just going to have to figure out and do. I was talking with a couple of presidents of major community colleges this last weekend. And one of them told me, I said, well, how did you prepare to be the president? And he said, well, same thing you're doing. I have to go, you got to get your doctorate and, you have to pay your dues. But really, what I did when I started thinking I wanted to be the president is that if I found something that made me uncomfortable and I knew I was going to have to do as a president, like public speaking, then I ran toward it instead of away from it. I found people to help me understand how to do it and give me good feedback. So I'm going to give you feedback to help you be a better presenter. And if you've never done it in your life, it's a lot easier to do it with a video camera instead of in front of a bunch of different people. Okay? So that's enough about that, because I have another presentation on how you do your mock interviews. So again, presentations, follow the schedule, figure out when you're going to have to put these things together and give it to me. Remember, it's all individual. You don't have to get a time from me to do your presentation. Okay? All right. Next video coming up.